and healthy. Mary is grateful that she met Dr. Lederman, who changed her life. She functions fully and is cancer-free. Treatment was outpatient and painless. Mary is grateful to Dr. Lederman. Perhaps Dr. Lederman can...
My name is Brad Bernstein. I'm an immigration attorney.
I am David Squeeze Annakie, and obviously one of the hosts on the Brad and Squeeze Show. I have a business that's called Link Up Media, and it's been around since 1996. I decided to start a radio program.
Mr. Annakie sold me some radio time and said I'm going to be on radio with a guy by the name of Squeeze.
I didn't think it was going to evolve into a business.
I went back every week on Friday night to see Squeeze. And every Wednesday, Mr. Annakie would call me and ask for money to pay for this advertising time.
Give them this deep corporate talk and talk to them about business. I had to separate the money from their personality, you know.
And it took about 2 months before I realized that Mr. Annakie and Squeeze was the same guy.
Next thing I know, I'm doing a radio show live from Jamaica to the United States.
When I first started on the radio, Squeeze kept saying, you know, I filed for my citizenship 5 times and he kept getting denied. And off the air, I was saying, let me do your citizenship, let me do your citizenship. And he goes, no, I'm not interested. I had this other lawyer, he said he was the best lawyer and didn't want me to handle it.
I was like, dude, I have actually attempted to do this multiple times and it has failed me every time. I gave in after working with him for a while. A few months later, rather, I was in Hartford, Connecticut getting sworn in.
Then Squeeze was sold on me. After that, I could do no wrong for immigration. And over 19 years, the show has kind of developed from a law show to a show about Brad's personality, Squeeze's personality, plus we're helping people, plus we're informing people, plus we're making people's lives better.
That's the reason why the show is really what it is. It is that because we are just ourselves.
Something very interesting happens when you work with somebody every day. You become their best friend.
And that's a fact. She has become, believe it or not, my best friend.
One day, Squeeze had a great idea when Facebook Live started. And his great idea was, I'm going to take out my phone and film our radio show.
The next thing, they're building a green room in his office.
And we are now turning our radio show into a broadcast show that is going to be seen live on Facebook, it's going to be seen live on YouTube. And oh, by the way, you're still going to hear our broadcast show on WVIP 93.5 FM.
It's phenomenal, and the most gratifying thing is that we're truly helping people. It's amazing walking through the airport and people come up and say, Brad and Squeeze, you guys are the greatest. If I could cry, tears would actually come out of my eyes right now. Just keep watching. What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
lingerie.
Lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all her legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up, Mr. Annakie.
That long asphalt intro.
Jill, we decided we got to cut this intro a little bit. We're falling asleep here during this intro.
Okay,
yeah, Squeeze is like, I'm so tired of this intro already. Can we end it?
I'm so tired.
Can we end it? Jill says okay.
I'm so tired, period.
I said to Squeeze, I said, Jill is just trying to torture you until you just can't take it anymore. You're like, this intro again? Please. All right. So I think we've all in agreement here. The intro
got to go.
Got to get on the chopping floor.
Chopping board. Either we get another one or we get something more exciting.
We'll do something new. I think we've used that intro to death.
Yes.
Right. And by the way, you have not slept. You look a little tired today. Why were you up?
Tired?
Yeah, you look a little tired. Why were you up all night? What's going on? What keeps David Squeeze Annakie up all night? What's worrying you?
She would have to tell you.
You told me you didn't sleep last night.
She would have to tell you.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
All right. Right now, listen.
By the way, how was Jamaica? You were in Jamaica all weekend?
I'm in work as usual.
Work, yeah, right.
Dude, why would I go to Jamaica every weekend?
You're in a club partying all weekend long.
No, it's called work.
It's club partying in a club.
You know what, Brad? Seriously speaking,
you know what? I would
love to give you one.
I want to come back.
Weekend of my life.
I want to come back. When I die and I go see God, and I'm going to say, and God says, who would you like to come back as? I'm going to say, I want to come back as Squeeze. This guy flies to Jamaica every weekend. He claims he's working. All I see is pictures of him partying in a club.
But you want to know what? It's all stereotypical because people think Jamaica, they think beach, they think
that's right.
Fun, they think no.
I'm only saying what I see on Instagram and Facebook.
We have an entertainment division, right?
Right.
Anyway, I'll tell you what, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. So if you're joining us right now on 93.5 WVIP, everybody just wake up, wake up, wake up. Well, it's after 9 o'clock. You better be up. And in this show, we do answer immigration questions, contrary to belief. All right? So we want you all to tune in right now, okay, from all over the world. Spread the word, 93.5 on Facebook, at David Squeeze Annakie. On Facebook, Brad H. Bernstein. On Facebook, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. On YouTube, Spar and Bernstein. On Facebook, nobody listens to Squeeze.
By the way, Squeeze said to me, he goes, I think we should just change the show to nobody listens to me because we end up doing stuff and Squeeze is like, did I just say to do that last week and everybody said no and now you're doing it? And I go, maybe. He goes, nobody listens to Squeeze.
Nobody listens to me. But hey, I have grown accustomed to it, so I am, I'm going with the flow, as they would say.
Meanwhile, Tamika on my Facebook, she knows me now. She's been watching long enough. You didn't even catch this.
No.
She said...
I caught Carol Anderson Tiger in the lobby.
I heard. I'll go see her after.
Yes, you should.
Okay, she came to visit.
She came to roar.
She came to roar? She's mad at me?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
But Tamika says, Brad, you sound hoarse. Are you okay?
You were up all night.
Well, yes, I was, but it was just it's not because of her. It was just one of those restless sleeping nights. And then I woke up, and then wait, let me finish.
What's on your mind?
I don't know.
This guy's coming back.
Maybe I'm doing a live broadcast twice a day. I don't know.
On your mind?
So any event, I woke up this morning. My kids were over, and I got to get them to school.
That's good. Saw that on Instagram.
And they don't get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
And then when I have to yell at them to get out of bed because they're going to be late for school,
right.
Then my son decides to waltz into my daughter's room looking for his pants, and then my daughter's yelling at my son, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" And then Tamika wants to know why I'm hoarse this morning. That's why. 2 teenagers. I'm glad they finally got to school.
And
you ever have those issues with your teenagers?
In the days?
In the days, yes.
I used to. I still have it now when they call me every day asking for stuff.
Right. But do they bicker amongst themselves?
Of course they do. They all do.
I can't take the bickering between them anymore.
Took four of them to Jamaica. Yeah. And 3 of them were adults and 1 wasn't.
Right. The adults probably don't bicker anymore. The teenagers probably do.
One of them.
Yeah. I told my kids this morning, I said, individually I love you. Together I can't stand you. Get to school.
That's terrible.
I know. I was kidding around though.
Anyway,
all
folks.
Right.
Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show. I don't know. How should we start the show today?
We're going to answer immigration questions.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
That's what we're going to do, yeah.
All right, so let me open up the phone lines right now. The phone number is 1-800-529-5465. We want everyone to call in to get their immigration questions answered by the attorney, Brad Bernstein. All I'll do is sit here all day long and just give out the phone number.
You're going to do more than that.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800- Lawlink.
While I'm answering the immigration questions, what you can do is you can close your eyes, take a quick nap, and I'll come back to you.
Power nap.
Yeah, you can take a power nap.
Super power
Yeah, like a 45-second power nap while I answer the first immigration question. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We're heard on WVIP 93.5. We are heard on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, Facebook David Squeeze Annakie, Facebook USA Credit Repair, Facebook Jamrock Magazine, Facebook Link Up Media, YouTube Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. Watch us on any of those digital platforms, and of course you can also listen to us on 93.5 WVIP. In the New York metropolitan tri-state area, however you want to phrase it. And the number to call to get on the radio right now is 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go to Marsha.
Yeah, let's go to Marsha.
Hello.
Hi, Marsha.
Hi, Marsha. How are you?
Hi. I wanted to ask a question pertaining to immigration.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So if you overstayed your visa and your boyfriend has a green card, he's due for citizenship next year to apply, can we go ahead and do a marriage? What would happen? Would I get a permit to work?
No, you wouldn't.
If he's not a citizen?
No,
No.
You wouldn't get a permit to work. You'd be in the system pending your green card. It's about a year and a half. You should go get married. You should file, because there's no guarantee if you wait for him to become a citizen that he ever becomes a citizen. And if you're waiting for him to become a citizen and he never becomes a citizen, guess what? You're never getting a green card. So marry him now. Marry him now. Let him file for you. And then if he becomes a citizen, you'll upgrade the status and adjust tier. And if he doesn't become a citizen, in about a year and a half from now, you'll do a provisional waiver. You'll go back to your home country and you'll come back with your green card, one or the other. The other reason why you marry him now is because if you get your green card after the second year of your marriage, you only have to deal with immigration one time. You don't have to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. So another reason to have a longer period of a marriage than a shorter period. So by all means, get married now, and then you're not going to get anything, but you're setting yourself up for a very good future.
Okay. Thank you.
All right?
Thank you so much for tuning in.
You're welcome. Bye.
Right. And if you need help, hold on. Yeah. By the way, Squeeze, the telephone number, I know I've said this for 19 years, but for the few people who still don't know, the telephone number to call on the radio, which is 1-800-529-5465, that's 1-800-LAWLINK, is the telephone number to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. So if you were to call 1-800-529-5465, you can do one of three things.
Which is?
You can hang the phone up and have the telephone number saved for a rainy day. You can say, I'd like to make an appointment to see Brad or one of the great lawyers here, fantastic lawyers here. Or you can say, I'd like to get on the radio and ask Brad my question right now. And then after I ask my question, then I'll decide whether or not I need to go further or not.
Sounds good to me.
Is that good?
It sounds great.
All right, so go take a nap. Let me speak to Marco now.
Tell you what, folks, I'm bidding you farewell. Bye. See you. Now, anyway, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Going to Marco in a few seconds, but listen up, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we want you all to share. If you're on a social media platform right now, it's extremely important for us that you share this platform and this show with every single person that you know. We genuinely want to help as many people as possible. So share my page at David Squeeze Annakie, also at Brad H. Bernstein, also at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein.
You know what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Marco, who's calling all the way from Indiana. And then we're going to speak to Tricia, who's calling all the way from up the street in Manhattan. And then I think we have a lot of social media questions.
No, we know.
Okay, so what I think we're going to do is if you are on social media right now, you're on any of our digital platforms, leave your question. We're going to do the rapid fire twice because we never have a chance at the end of the show to get through everybody. So we're going to do a rapid fire in the first half and a rapid fire in the second half. Two rapid fires. We're allowed to do that. That's what somebody by the name somebody by the name of Nobody Listens to Squeeze suggested that. 1-800-529-5465. Marco.
Hello, Marco.
Hello.
How are you, Marco?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful. How is Indiana?
Indiana is great, kind of rainy a little bit, but other than that, it's always great to be in Indiana.
All right. So what's your question?
A couple of questions. Number one is, if you're a permanent resident, a 10-year green card holder, how long can you stay out of the country?
Not more than 6 months in any one visit. However, if you're going to keep coming back once every 6 months, eventually they're going to say you're not living permanently in the United States. You have to be physically, over the course of a period of time, you have to be physically in the United States more than not physically in the United States. They will allow up to 6 months in any one particular visit. But if you think you're going to go 5.5 months, come back for a week, 5.5 months, come back for a week, 5.5 months, come back for a week, guess what? On that third trip, they're going to say, sorry, Marco, you're not allowed in the United States anymore. You're not a permanent resident. You're not permanently living here. So in those situations, you would get what's called the re-entry permit, which allows you to stay out of the United States for up to 3 years without losing your green card.
They will allow you to stay 3 years out of the country without losing your green card?
Right. You do what's called a re-entry permit. Correct.
But you have to apply for the re-entry, don't you?
You have to apply for it, and you have to apply for it while you're physically in the United States. And when you apply for the re-entry permit, you have to give an explanation on why you need to stay out of the United States for an extended period of time, and why this extended period of time has a definite stop date and that you'll be returning. Not that this indefinite period of time will go forever. All right, but we can help you. Hold on 1 second, all right? I think he's in his tractor. Sounds like he's a farmer.
I think
that's what they do in Indiana.
I think he's working in the streets. He's got a jackhammer.
Oh, it sounded like he was on a tractor. Because that's what they do in Indiana, don't they? There's a lot of farmers there.
I wouldn't know.
I've been to Indiana. I went to school in Michigan.
Yeah.
So I've driven through Indiana. A lot of wheat fields. All right, let's go to Trisha.
I thought we were going to rapid fire.
No, Trisha and then rapid fire.
Okay.
Trisha.
Yes, afternoon, Brad. Morning, sorry.
Hold on, you're moving a little bit faster.
Question here. I'm living here. I got married. I have a son in Jamaica, and I have one here, right? Mm-hmm. For my husband to file for me, what should I do with the... I know I can file my papers along with my son here.
All right, you have one son here. You got one son in Jamaica. You're married to a U.S. citizen. How did you come to the United States?
Visa.
Okay, and you're living with that man now, or you plan on living with him?
I'm living with him now.
Okay, fine. So go get married. He's going to file.
I'm married already.
Fabulous. Fabulous. I missed the wedding squeeze. Nobody invited me.
Nobody invited Squeeze.
So, all right, you're married already. So what you're going to do, okay, is you're going to file 3 separate applications. You're going to file an adjustment application for you, a separate adjustment application for the son that's here in the United States, and an I-130 visa petition for the son that is in another country, Jamaica, I assume. And you're going to file 3 separate applications with 3 separate fees. And it's going to be and the person who's filing it, I say, you're filing it, you're filing nothing. The person who's filing it is your husband.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I can go ahead and do all 3 then?
All 3, but it's 3 separate applications. People make the mistake that they think that when they're married to a citizen that you fill out your child's name on your application that they're included. They're not.
Yeah, I heard that so many times.
Yeah. All right? So that's why I'm just making sure that you do 3 separate applications. An adjustment for you, a separate adjustment for your son, and a different filing, an I-130 for the son back in the other country.
Oh, so I can do everything in one, right?
Correct.
I can do this. I can send all 3 in.
All 3 in at the same time, but it's 3 separate applications. Correct.
Oh, okay.
Hold on if you need help. All right, Squeeze.
Okay.
All right, so now with the magic.
Now, you mind if I give out the number?
Sure.
The number, once again, folks, happens to be 1-800-529-5465. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show, brought to you by the law offices of Spar and Bernstein and Link Up Media Group, and powered by, of course, USA Credit Repair. Just had to squeeze that in there. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. You heard Brad mention Rapid Fire early on. He did not explain what it is. The Rapid Fire is a social media segment where Brad answers the questions from you, immigration questions, very quickly. And of course,
there's too many of them.
Yeah, there are too many of them. So he answers them very quickly, but he's on point. And we have Kim Moore, who is always in the social media room.
She's not Kim Moore. For this 1 hour, she's the social media guru, SMG.
Her name is Kim Moore.
Yes, but not on our show. She's not.
What else?
She's
is she?
SMG.
Everybody's got a name.
Yeah, SMG. Where is she? The lower third says Kim Moore, but we call her.
It does.
She's the social media guru.
No,
That's
but who's
SMG.
the social media
Kim,
guru?
if she ever shows up on our screen, where is she?
Okay, who is Brad Bernstein?
I'm starting a fight with you, waiting for Kim to show up here. There she is, SMG. How are you?
You know what?
I don't hear
immediately,
SMG.
I'm not calling you Kim anymore.
I don't hear SMG. You got to speak up, SMG.
I hear her, but she's squeaking.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
No.
You and that computer. Why don't you get some earbuds? I'm quite sure they can afford some earbuds around here.
Hello.
I'll buy you some earbuds.
You got something? Can you talk now? Talk now.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Now we hear you. Yes. All right. So let's go rapid fire quickly.
Okay. Sandy on Facebook wants to know, how does the 5-year continuance work and how difficult is it to obtain?
The 5-year continuance squeeze. I have no idea what he's talking about, the 5-year continuance. What is a 5-year continuance?
How would I know?
I have no idea.
I'm not the attorney.
There's no such thing. I don't know. What is he asking? Ask him for more details. We'll come back to him in the rapid fire later in this round or the next round. But ask him what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about, 5-year continuance.
All right.
Okay,
next question on the SMG segment.
Ask him to explain what he's trying to get at.
Okay, we need more details.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as continuance, 5-year continuance. I've never heard that term in immigration. Okay, moving on.
Laddie Brown on YouTube wants to know, do you get your work permit 90 days after your biometrics or after your filing?
It's supposed to be 90 days after the filing, but it's probably closer to 90 days after the biometrics. By regulation, you're supposed to receive it within 90 days. It's actually a regulation. Immigration never follows those regulations. They usually get it to you about 120 days, 130 days. Probably at some point, some lawyers somewhere is going to get together with like a whole group of people and sue the government because they're delaying work permits. But you know that I'm sure will happen at some point. Okay. But it's supposed to be 90 days, but it's probably closer to 120.
All right.
Okay.
1-800-529-5465. That is the number to call to book your appointments or ask your questions. But remember that you can place your questions on the social media pages. Let's get back to social media guru.
Okay. Tamika on Facebook wants to know, I've been to the USA in 2008 and 2009 on the HB2 visa. I tried on several occasions to get my visa, but I get turned down every single time. What do you think is the problem?
Well, the H-2B visa squeeze that you may or may not know after doing our show for 19 years is the seasonal worker. Right. So is it possible that she overstayed her time? Is it possible that she gave them some sort of inclination? Because once you get an H-2B visa and you actually comply with where you're supposed to be working and you actually leave when you're supposed to be leaving, you should be getting it year after year. So my guess is that that either you didn't comply or they believe you didn't comply, that there's some reason why you're not getting it now. We would need to speak with you more, but it's really about your intent to leave the United States and what you've done in the past while you were here. So if you did an H-2B visa and you were supposed to go work for Company A and you didn't go work for Company A, and you went to work for Company B instead, or maybe you went to work for Company A and Company A's job ended September 1st, but you decided to leave the United States November 1st, well then you didn't comply.
No problem.
It's my guess.
Okay, 1-800-529-5465.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. And bring back the lipstick next time, SMG.
Okay. Right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between a naturalized citizen and a green card holder? Onique on YouTube wants to know.
One is a lawful resident of the United States and a non-citizen, which means that you do not vote, you cannot hold certain elected offices. You are not a citizen of the United States. You don't have a U.S. passport, although the United States says that you are lawfully allowed to live here on a permanent basis. A citizen is a citizen. That is a huge difference.
Yes.
Next question, 1-800-529-5465.
Stacy Ann on Facebook wants to know, how long do you have to wait to file for your I-130 and your I-485 after you're married to a U.S. citizen?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes, because you have
now,
to.
What if you do it at 2 minutes
after you
30?
get married, you got to have at least a 2-3 minute kiss, right? This is your most romantic moment, right? You're not going to.
When you get married, is your most romantic moment?
I would think so. It's very.
Really?
I would think so. I don't know. I don't think it gets more romantic than we're going to live together for the rest of our lives. We're going to give our heart and soul to each other. And then you get married and they say, I do, I do. And then whoever's marrying you says you may kiss the bride. And that's got to be a good long kiss. And then after
That's
that,
a
you can
3-minute kiss?
At least. And then you can go file your papers.
That's very interesting.
Okay? I don't
If that's
think,
the most romantic moment in your life, now I know why you're divorced.
Exactly. Why I would, you know, I mean, I don't think you would want to say, okay, I do, and then, you know, the pastor, whoever's marrying you, says, okay, you may kiss the bride. You go, nope, gotta go file my papers first. So, you know, wait at least 3 minutes. That's about it.
Now that that's done,
yes,
let's get going.
All right, I kissed you. Let's go to the lawyer. Let's
What are you waiting for?
All right, next.
Okay, Jean on Facebook wants to know, can my husband, who's a U.S. citizen, file for my son who is over 21, who's in Jamaica, and how long would it take if he can?
Only if the marriage happened before he was 18. And assuming the marriage happened before he was 18, it would be about 6-7 years.
Okay. Kamisha wants to know on Facebook, if you did an annulment and then remarried, when you are now filing for your green card paperwork, if the question says, asks if you've been previously married, should you say yes or no? If you've gotten
I would, legally, you were never married because there was an annulment. However, I would put down that you were previously married and make sure that you put, you know, and not that the marriage was terminated, but that the marriage was annulled and considered void. But that way you're being, you know, upfront and not trying to hide anything.
Extra cautious.
Correct.
Darshani wants to know, if you're on disability, can you file for your wife?
Yes.
Okay. Oof, I'm going to try this name, and I'm really sorry to whoever I offend, because I'm going to butcher it. Zorka Laney.
That's perfect. You got it right. Okay.
Perfect.
Zorka Lady wants to know. I'm sure.
Zorka Lady wants to know.
Did you say Zorka?
Yeah, Zorka. I don't think anybody. I mean, maybe somebody. Maybe there's a mother out there that named their child Zorka Lady, but I would guess that you're butchering it. Is my guess.
Yeah. That's okay. I totally feel, because the last name is Sumana. That I feel like I have.
Okay.
But,
all right. So what's the question?
I have a Class E felony conviction and a couple of misdemeanor ones. Would that be a problem with me getting married to an American citizen?
You have a Class what felony?
E.
E felony.
As an egg.
But you and you want to get the green card. The person with the Class E felony wants to get a green card.
Wants to marry you.
That person, I don't even know what the Class E felony is, but I can tell you if you have been convicted of a felony, you're going to need a waiver, or you may not even be able to get a green card. So before you do anything, you need to see a good lawyer.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, it's a problem. Generally, Squeeze, when you have Class E felonies, it's a problem. Generally.
Any felony.
It's a problem.
That's what Brad's saying. So you may want to call 1-800-529-5465. Book an appointment, regardless of whether or not you're in the New York metropolitan area or out of it.
Right. So anyway, right now it is 9:30 on the dot, Squeeze. SMG, collect your questions. We're going to come back to you in about 15, 20 minutes. All right? And we're going to end the show with more rapid fire. So please, if you are on social media right now, on any of our digital platforms, please leave your questions. But right now...
Hold on. Do we have analog platforms?
We do not have any analog platforms.
Platform.
I started using the word digital because Jill said to me the other day, she goes...
You're on our digital platform.
No, because Jill said...
Why don't you put us on the analog platform?
No, because Jill said to me the other day, she goes, I'm so glad I really always wanted to do a digital show.
Right.
So I go, is that what you call this, a digital show? She goes, yeah. So I go, oh, I didn't know that. All right, so now I just called it the Facebook show.
Let's do an analog show.
Right, I just called it the Facebook show. So now I'm calling it our digital show. So anyway, this is when our digital show comes to a screeching halt. There it is. You heard it.
I feel like I'm a cartoon.
You heard it right there. A screeching halt. People are already tuning us out. The reason why people are tuning us out is because we now have to talk about USA credit repair. The key.
That's very, very nice intro there. Tune us out
because
we're about to talk about it.
Tune us out.
That's a very nice intro.
But that's what happens. It comes to a screeching halt.
Very nice intro there.
And we have to talk about USA credit repair now. The reason we have to talk about USA credit repair is two reasons, Squeeze. One is they help pay the bills. So because they help pay the bills, we got to talk about it. The other thing is they do a really good job. And they can actually help, believe it or not, people, actually help everybody who has a credit score under 700.
Yep.
True or not true?
Fact.
Fact.
Yep.
Okay. Is it a fact that many people's credit scores, okay, if you call USA Credit and they print out your credit report, has inaccurate information that's being reported to the credit agencies?
At least 75%.
At least 75. You heard it.
Yep.
75% of everybody's credit report. So that means 3 out of 4 people who are listening right now, even if you have good credit, has inaccurate information on their credit report. And you can call USA Credit Repair right now.
Yep.
They will, for free, pull your credit report,
100%.
go through each item with you, and then you will say, true, true, no effing way, not true, that's inaccurate, whatever words you want to use.
What does effing mean?
Effing means no freaking way, under the FCC regulations.
Just wanted to
Okay,
make sure
when I'm off the air, it means something else, but when I'm on the air, it just means freaking. And you will call USA Credit Repair at 1-800. What's their number? 872-7177. I went blank for a second. 1-800. It's right in front of me too. 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-USA-7177. If you call them right now, 3 out of 4 people. That means if you're in a car, driving in a car right now in a carpool with 4 people, unless they're children, okay? You're in a car right now with 4 people looking around. 3 out of 4 of you got screwed up credit reports.
That is true.
Right? 3 out of 4.
And not by your fault necessarily.
And it's not by your fault necessarily. Right. Many times it is. And even if it is by your fault, it gets fixed.
And by the way, folks, share that number with everybody right now and share this link right now. Let's get the numbers up right now. I'm going to ask Ethan to figure out some way to boost this segment of the show.
Oh, yeah, boost.
This segment of the show.
Yeah, Ethan can do everything. Yeah, like every time.
Oh, Ethan can do everything.
Every time we have an issue, we'll just ask Ethan to do it.
That's it?
Yes.
Ethan is up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We'll ask Ethan to do it.
Is there anything you want me to do, boss?
We'll ask Ethan to do it.
Does this guy ever sleep? Yeah, boost the show. Right. 1-800-872-7177. That's the number for USA Credit Repair. We're going back to immigration questions now.
But let me give the number out right now because it's a free call.
Yeah.
It is an absolutely free call right now to get your credit report checked and double checked to make sure that your credit report is accurate.
Yep.
There is nothing worse than inaccurate information. Take it from me, because we have people calling our show for 19 years with inaccurate information from other people that I got to get straightened out. So here's another way to get accurate information. You call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. 1-800-872-7177. And if you call them now, they will check your credit report for absolutely free. They will go through item by item with you, and they will tell you 3 out of 4 people who call, they're going to say, we can get your credit boosted in 90 days or less. 1-800-USA-7177. 1-800-872-7177.
We just did a survey.
What is the survey?
And we also fact-checked it.
Yes.
And I'm not stereotyping here or being biased here, but the majority of the people with bad credit are in the 5 boroughs, inclusive of Manhattan, too.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, when you said I did a survey, it reminded me of like a thought I had this weekend that we should be game show hosts. Wouldn't we be good game show hosts?
The numbers are dropping. Can we get back to the show?
Right. USA Credit, 1-800-872-7177. We're going to go back and answer immigration questions right now. Let's go to Latoya. Latoya's from Manhattan. Latoya.
Hi,
Latoya.
everybody.
How are you, Latoya? Tell me.
I'm doing okay.
Tell us, the show sucks, right?
The USA Credit Repair segment sucks, that's for sure. People tune us out in droves.
Why even do it then?
I don't know why.
Why the hell are you doing it?
People tune us out in droves as soon as
anyway, Latoya, let's get back to it.
Yeah, so I want to file. My husband wants to file for me. Can we put the papers in and then provide the supporting documents after, or we got to do it at the same time?
The financial support documents have to go in at the same time.
That's the only one. Everything else can go in after.
Yeah, like your pictures together with friends and family, your bills together, all of that you're going to bring to the interview. Proof of the bona fides you're going to bring to the interview, but you got to submit the affidavit of support with the proper financials up front.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Hey, thank you, Latoya. If you ever need any help, we're here.
All right. So we're going to go to Andrew, who's been waiting from Trenton. And then Jill tells me we have a great segment. We ask some people on the street what their immigration rights are. So we're going to go to Andrew, and then we're going to see if people on the street know what their immigration rights are. Then we're going to come back and do a little more rapid fire to end the show.
Okay, sure you don't want to knock off more than that?
Maybe we will. Let's see how quickly we can do all this. All right.
Make it rapid here.
Andrew.
Let's see if we can rapid this.
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Andrew?
It's Squeeze, big up yourself.
All right, at least you say I should big up myself. Thank you so much, Andrew, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, there's nobody else not big up. Big up yourself.
Hey, thank you. I thought I was left out there. What's up?
Yeah, you know, I was just calling to find out if you're married for 2 years, right? You already been married. You didn't file your papers till about after a year and 6-7 months. And you're waiting. I already got my work permit and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the interview date.
Sure.
But then upon waiting for the interview date, there's a whole lot of problems and trouble. And the divorce word gets thrown around a few times.
It's problematic. You got to make it through the marriage interview to get your green card. Unless you're going to show that there was extreme emotional abuse or physical abuse. So you got to instead of throwing out the marriage, you know what we need to do, Squeeze?
No.
And I spoke to Jill about this. We're going to get a marriage counselor on our show here. Okay, so instead of throwing
trying
out
to be one?
What?
Instead of you trying to be one.
because I'm not. Okay,
So what should Andrew really do now?
Okay, Andrew needs to speak to his wife calmly and say to her, there's a reason why we got married. We loved each other, obviously, and I know we have a child together.
I hear the child in the background.
I hear the child in the background. For the sake of the child, for the sake of my life, for the sake of your life, we got to figure out how to work it out. Okay? Is it you go speak to a professional? You go speak to a religious figure, a pastor, whatever religion you're in. Go have somebody help you instead of just getting angry at each other and reacting to everybody. All right, and try to work it out. Especially you have a kid together. Okay, hold on if you need help though. I'm not the marriage counselor. I'm just an immigration lawyer. I'm just telling you what to do. All right.
Well, let him hold a minute.
Yeah,
This
hold
way
on
he can see him in
anyway.
person.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
1-800-529-5465. Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show.
We need more counseling. You know,
well, you do.
Yeah, I need counseling
Yes,
too.
you do.
Yeah, I need round the clock care. They told me.
And the good thing about it is that you know.
I know that.
That's
yes.
the big.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
All right, let's go to Jackie. Jackie.
Yeah. Jackie, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have my mom here, and she comes straight. She came up on her visa, but she doesn't have a green. She doesn't have a green card. I'm the one who has the green card. So I'm asking, can I file for my mom, knowing that she's in the country?
No, you have to be a citizen. Become a citizen, and then you can file for her the next day.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sorry
Thanks
about
again.
that. But to have mom's out of status, have her come in and talk to me. Maybe there's other options for her than waiting on your citizenship.
Okay.
All right, Jackie.
Hold on.
You want to hold? Let's book that appointment.
All right, let's go to
and then we can go to
Jasmine. Jasmine.
Hi, hello, good
in
morning,
Brooklyn.
everybody.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How is Brooklyn?
Okay, I did the K1 visa.
Yep.
And I'm at the step where I'm supposed to submit my affidavit of support.
Right,
One, I want to know where do I send it?
You're bringing your fiance.
Yes.
Okay, so you should be getting a letter from the National Visa Center giving you instructions.
I got that.
So you send it back to the National Visa Center, the same address, the Portsmouth, New Hampshire address.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's just what I wanted to know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And if you have any problems, come see us. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's go to Anthony. Is calling all the way from Jamaica, West Indies.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
How are you?
What's up, Tony?
Yes. Morning.
Morning, Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing, Anthony?
We are trying to enter the state for like 15 years ago, illegal.
Right.
Now I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Is it legal for me to get a?
Were you stopped at the border?
Yes.
Okay, so you had some sort of summary exclusion or summary inadmissibility. That was a 5-year bar. You have a permanent bar. You have a
fraudulent document.
I'm sorry? Right, okay. So he came into the airport with a fraudulent document. He got caught. He got sent home. Deported at the airport. There's 2 reasons to deny his re-entry to the United States. One, he got deported at the airport. He was found inadmissible. That's a 5-year bar. So can't apply back for 5 years. After 5 years, he needs a waiver for that.
Okay.
He also has a permanent bar for fraud, that he lied trying to come in. There's a waiver for that as well. So the answer is, yes, your wife could file for you. It's not a slam dunk guarantee. You have to file 2 waivers, but certainly there's a possibility you can come back with your green card.
So hold on a minute.
Hold on 1 second. You need a good lawyer. All right. So let's
go
knock
to that
out
clip.
Sonia, and then we're going to see
you
what.
want to get to that clip now?
Yeah, no, we're going to do Sonia, and then we're gonna do the clip on the man on the street.
All right.
Okay, Sonia.
Hi, Mr. Brett. Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for getting my daughter a green card after 10-year trying.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Congratulations to you.
Okay. She wants to know, she have a 10-year green card. She wants to know after 4 years if she can file for citizenship.
No, 4 years, 9 months, 3 days.
Call it 5 years.
Okay,
But 4 years, 9 months, 3 days.
4 years, 9 months, and 3 days from the time she got her green card, she can file.
She have a 10-year green card, but she wants to know if she can file for a citizenship.
Right, but listen
4
carefully.
years,
Yeah.
maybe Squeeze can tell you. Maybe
She can file for citizenship in 4 years, 9 months, and 3 days.
From the day she got her green
From the day
card.
she got her green card. So in about, when it gets around the 5-year mark, but a little bit less
90
than
days
that.
before the 5-year
90
mark.
days before the 5-year mark. You got that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on.
And if she has any
Thank
problems,
you.
she should just hold. As a matter of fact, just hold on. Let's just set that up for you in the future. Give you some more info on that.
All right. One
right.
second. My computer froze here.
In the interim, right now, folks, we are going to be going to the. I'll be redundant here. We're going to the man in the street.
We're
right?
going to the man in the street. There is a man in the
on the
street.
street or man in the street.
Well, there's SMG,
Right.
social media guru, is in the street
Okay.
asking men and women. I've not even seen this clip, so I'm going to watch it now for the first time too, but I heard it's good. Let's see.
This is Kim Moore with the Brad and Squeeze Show, and today we are asking New Yorkers questions about immigration. Let's find out how much they know. Are you allowed to get a green card if you have a criminal record?
Not sure.
No, you're not allowed to get a green card.
Nobody should be. Nobody should be.
Yes and no. It depends. Like, if you have a serious crime, you can't.
Maybe it depends on the offense. Maybe felonies and above, you're not allowed to have a green card?
But definitely you could actually ask somebody, go online and find out.
It depends. Immigration law is very complex.
There's so many factors such as when did you actually get convicted? Were you a child?
If an immigrations and customs enforcement officer stops you, do you know what your rights are?
Nope.
I'll just say I don't know.
For police guard or wait, say it again.
No, I would not know all my rights without consulting something legal.
Absolutely. I mean, you have the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. Second Amendment, I think it's the right to bear arms.
If you're going to exercise your right to bear arms, it's not a good idea to do that to an immigrations and customs enforcement officer. That's going to end in bad news, and you might end up on the news as one of those casualties.
It really depends on where you're stopped. But if an immigration officer stops you and you don't have status in the United States, then clearly at this point you have a right to remain silent. But if you don't have the right to enter the United States, you are basically able to state if you're afraid to go back to your country, they will allow you to be able to do an asylum case in the United States.
What are some policy changes that Donald Trump has made since he's come into office?
I know he's the DREAM Act has been brought up amongst Congress, and it's been pressured to be removed.
Grandparents and aunts and uncles and first cousins can no longer come to this country for whatever reason. I think immediate family, parents, children can still come.
Cutting H-1B visas for immigrants and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. I mean, it might be wrong for the country, but I'm not sure.
There have been significant changes in immigration policy since Trump took office. Some of them definitely pertaining to deportation defense has been anyone who has an order of removal. If they've been able to report to what they call an order of supervision, it's almost similar to probation. Those individuals are routinely being picked up.
Do you know what a sanctuary city is?
Sanctuary city, it's a holy city of some sort. Sanctuary city, memorizing something. Is it with religion?
Like the domain city, like within the area, or like New York City itself.
All right.
All right.
Technical we had actually.
What technical difficulty?
I don't know.
If we never announced it, nobody would know.
Yeah, well, we had about another 3 or 4 minutes left.
Nobody needed to know that.
Yeah, well, we're very transparent here.
Oh, too transparent.
Yeah, so we
wanted to give you
more.
more.
There was a little bit of a technical glitch from the crack staff in the.
Yeah, I don't know why we had to come back to us. The show was doing much better without us.
Yeah. Squeeze is like, let's just keep doing Man in the Street. People love it.
Yeah. Forget about doing it. No one wants to see us.
Nobody wants to see Squeeze in the studio. They want to see the Man in the Street.
Some Jewish and some Jamaican guy. Who the hell are those two idiots?
All right.
Man in the Street.
All right, so let's go back to immigration questions.
Hold on. We have a problem.
What?
We cannot call it man in the street.
It's man or woman in the street.
Yeah, because that's biased.
That's right. It's man or woman in the street.
Yeah.
Person in the street.
Yeah. People in the street.
People in the street.
Yeah.
We're going to the piss section.
Yeah.
The people in the street
What
section.
section?
The PIS. I don't know. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go back to the phone lines because we got our little piece of the person in the street segment.
I want more of that.
Got cut off, but we're gonna. You know what we'll do is at the 12 o'clock we'll make sure it's right. We'll get it run.
Yeah,
properly.
I want more of that.
1-800-529-5465. We're gonna take 1 or 2 questions and we're gonna go back to social media guru.
Yeah, let's
do some
let's
more
clean up
rapid
the
fire.
calls from 93.5 WVIP.
Okay, Delroy.
Delroy, what's up?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Delroy.
Brother and Squeeze. Just a question. I'm calling on behalf of one of my friends.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she had a green card.
Yeah.
Still duly have. But what happened is that she wanted to get the green card, and then she wanted to change her marriage name on it. What does she have to provide for it to be changed?
What do you mean she wants to change her marriage name? She has a green card.
Because she's not married again. She's divorced.
Well, on the divorce decree, it should say that she's allowed to take her old name and then just file a new I-90 with the divorce decree saying, I'm changing my name.
She can...
Yeah, so in other words, when she got divorced, part of the divorce decree, part of the divorce decree says you're allowed to take whatever name, the lawyers put in, is her maiden name or first name. Okay, and then what you do is you file the I-90 with a copy of the marriage certificate and say, please change my name, and they'll give you a new green card, and then when you get your new green card, you'll change your social security number.
What happened? She's going to file for a new green card. That's why I was asking what they know. She don't want her marriage name to be on it. She wouldn't want her
then put her maiden name on it, and then when she files for it, just submit a divorce decree to show that she has a legal name change. And then when she gets her maiden name back, then she has to change her social and her driver's license, and then that's her name.
I realize that. I realize that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for tuning in, man.
All right. So let's go to Mavis. Mavis.
Yes. Good morning.
How are you,
Mavis?
Good. I would like to commend you and Squeeze for the good work that you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mavis.
You're welcome. I have a question for the lawyer.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mavis.
I am a citizen of the United States, and I will be going out of the country for a few months. How long am I allowed to stay out of the country, and which immigration authority do I have to inform?
You have to inform nobody. You can stay out for as long as you want. You're a citizen.
Okay.
All right, don't worry.
6 months limit or so?
6 years, 12 years, 20. I have a friend who got married to a young lady in Brazil. He's a U.S. citizen. He was born here. He moved to Brazil. I don't believe he's been back to America in 15 years. He's still a U.S. citizen.
Yep.
Okay. I was worried that they might, when I'm returning, they might question me when I come back to the United States.
No questioning at all. Enjoy your trip and don't worry about it 1 minute. You only have to worry about those things if you have a green card.
Okay. Another question. If I file for my daughter, she's over 21 years old. How long will it take if I start to file now?
Do it now, 7 years, because they may not allow you to do it in the future.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Remember that we are live at 9. We're also live at noon each and every single weekday right here on, of course, 93.5 WVIP FM. Also on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie, at Brad H. Bernstein, at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, and on YouTube, Spar and Bernstein. We're going to be kicking it over to social media guru Kim Moore for more of Rapid Fire, where Brad answers the questions very fast.
And I'm answering them directly as you are asking them. I am answering them right, because I'm not.
No, you're answering them after they are asked.
Right after they're asked, I am answering them.
Right.
Because I got to answer them, talking, because it's very boring to just sit there and watch me type the answer, correct?
That is true.
That would not be exciting broadcast. All right, you ready, Kim? Social media.
I'm so ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's do it, Kim.
Okay, Sadamed on Facebook wants to know, how long can a green card holder stay out of the country?
6 months with a caveat. And the caveat is I think we answered this question earlier in the show. If you're going to keep staying out every 6 months, they're going to eventually say you're not permanently living in the United States. Remember...
That's wrong. They can stay out up to 3 years.
Oh, with a reentry permit. Yes, okay. But remember what the term permanent resident means. Permanent resident means that you are permanently living in the United States. It's not, I'm using my green card every 6 months to visit just to keep my green card. They're going to stop you eventually.
Got it?
Social media guru.
Got it. Tamika on Facebook wants to know, I have a friend that was working at her job over 30-something years. Then she fell inside the home she was working in and broke her collarbone. And her job decided to terminate her without realizing that she had broken her collarbone. Now she's wondering if they had the right to terminate her or if it was false termination.
It's not false termination because you can hire and fire anybody you want as long as it's not for race, religion, nationality, unless there was some sort of contract or union, which I assume working in a home there isn't. However, she is entitled to disability. However, she may be entitled to sue the homeowner, but it depends on what her situation was, because if she was a direct employee of the homeowner, then it's just workers' compensation. If she was not, then you know, maybe you can sue. You know, it depends on who owns the home. It's a rental, who she was working for. So there's a potential lawsuit. There's a potential, depending on how she fell, there's potential workers' compensation, claims for disability, but there's no wrongful termination.
Okay. Robert wants to know, I've been working on a ship and have a U.S. citizen fiance. I'm here on a visiting visa. How can I apply for my green card?
You need to file an I-130, get it approved in 6 to 9 months, then do a provisional waiver, then go home, then come back, unless you're 245I or unless your spouse is in the military or former military.
Okay. Kira on YouTube wants to know, can you travel to the States while being filed for?
Be very careful doing that, because if you're traveling on a visitor's visa, you're showing an intent to stay temporarily and return home, yet you've been filed for, which shows your intent to stay here permanently. You could have a big problem at the airport depending on which officer you see. So be very careful. If you want to be extrajudiciously cautious, don't do it.
I heard that. 1-800-529-5465.
Do you have questions on your side?
Let Kim keep firing.
Squeeze is a little tired today. He's a little, his eyes hurt him. He can't read anything. Go ahead.
You know what? They should change the name to Lambast.
The Brad at Lambast, the guy next to him show.
You know, you can't help yourself. You just very, you know.
Well, rapid fire means it's supposed to go back and forth. That's the whole idea. Other than that, this is single shot.
This is quick
this is
shot.
single quick shot.
I was going to say something, but I don't like guns.
All right, let's go. Let's go, SMG.
Okay, Cher on Facebook. Hopefully it's the Cher.
Right, Cher from the Sonny and Cher show.
Exactly.
Right.
Wants to know, good morning, Brad. If you're applying to remove the conditions of your temporary green card and your wife walks out of the marriage, what are your chances of still getting your 10-year green card?
If you get divorced from your spouse and you can prove that it was a real marriage, very good.
Okay. We have Shanae, I hope it's Shanae, on YouTube, wants to know, I'd like to have
Chanel?
Shanae,
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
but that's another one I may be butchering.
Okay.
My husband's middle name is spelled incorrectly on our marriage certificate. Will that be an issue when we file?
It may. I would file anyway, and then I would request an amendment to the marriage certificate. So whatever the local civil authority that gave you marriage certificate, you can request to have it amended and say there's a typo on it. I wouldn't hold off waiting on the typo to file the adjustment or file for whatever you're doing. I would just bring the amended marriage certificate to your interview, or bring proof that you're in the process of amending it.
Okay, and her follow-up question to that is, since I have DACA, do I still have to file an adjustment prior to filing the I-130?
If you want to get a green card, you have to file an adjustment, correct?
Okay.
All right. Let me pop one
Squeeze
in.
has one now. Now we're in rapid fire round.
Oh,
Okay,
there we
it
go.
is now officially rapid fire.
It was rapid fire.
It was not rapid fire before. Okay, let's go.
My husband did his, well, this is from Roseanne. My husband did his interview on August the 8th. Up to now, he did not get an answer from them. How long would he have to wait?
Well,
Do
interview
you
for
think
what?
he'll get it by December?
Interview for what?
To say, but
I don't know. Was it like an interview for a job? Was it an interview to get into college? Was it an interview for a green card? Was it an interview for citizenship?
Hopefully they're listening.
You know, was it an interview because you're really famous and people just wanted to hear what you had to say? What kind of interview are we talking about?
All right. Hopefully they're hearing that. Kim?
Okay. Cordella wants to know if a green card holder files an I-130 for his spouse, she is filed separately. Should she file a separate I-130 for her two stepchildren who are underage? Whew, I struggled.
A green card holder is filing for a spouse. If the green card holder intends to ultimately become a citizen, then yes, because once the green card holder becomes a citizen, the children are going to fall off the case. If it's a situation where the green card holder is never going to become a citizen and it's underage children, then save the filing fee. I'm generally of the belief that usually the resident who's filing is going to ultimately become a citizen, so then you should be filing 3 separate I-130s, knowing that once he becomes a citizen, the kids are going to fall off. Squeeze.
Which affidavit, this is from Tamika Drummond, which affidavit of support form will be needed to fill out if my co-sponsor is not living in my household? Is it the I-864A or the I-864?
The I-864. The I-864A is for other people who live in the household with you.
Okay, so it's the.
So you're going to have two. You're going to have an I-864 by the petitioner and a second I-864 by somebody who lives in a different household.
Okay.
Okay. Rossi on Facebook wants to know if someone gets an I-797 notice of action stating their status has been extended for 1 year, can they travel out of the U.S. without being given a hard time upon returning?
If someone gets an I-797, what was that? Mm-hmm. For what? What's the I-797 for?
Stating their status has been extended for a year.
Oh, no.
Can they travel out of...
Yeah, okay. So what they did is they filed an I-751. They're trying to remove the conditions. You can travel on your old green card and that letter. That's fine. No problem.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We're just about out of time, so let me give out the number. We'll return at noon, God's willing. Okay, 1-800-529-5465 happens to be the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, happens to be the number for the Brad and Squeeze Show, happens to be the number that you'll need for personal injury, family law, tax law. Of course, I see a full-service law firm, so make sure you just call and figure it out. Have them figure it out. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. The Brad and Squeeze Show.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're going to have to write the disclaimer because we're having problems with our...
this is wonderful.
All right, this is the crack staff here. So we're having a little problems with our technical equipment. I do have to remind everybody that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement. Ask your attorney or your professional for specific legal advice. Anything I gave you was general in nature. That's my disclaimer. With that said, give us a call, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. If we do not have any, we'll just play some Brad and Squeeze music and we'll say we're going to be out of here. We'll see you back at 12.
Yep.